is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, the light breeze, and very warm temps. The afternoon high near 64. Tonight, increasing cloud cover and light winds, below around 37. And tomorrow, rain likely throughout the day, be breezy and cool, the high near 42. I'm meteorologist Kyle Lecter for 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Welcome in to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Bill Mitchner.
Welcome. Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I mean, there you are again. See, we were just talking about your head moving all around, but not in
like
front
Stevie
of the mic.
Wonder. Just moving around the whole time.
We are the world.
Too soon.
Wait. Sorry, I do not have rights to that song, so I apologize for doing that.
It wasn't even close, so we're all right.
You didn't get pinged on that one. Well, welcome back to Be a Beacon, everybody. Obviously, Drew here, Bill, Harrison, back after a couple weeks off.
I know, it's weird, so weird. Missed the Lighthouse staff, missed the kids. It was strange. It was nice getting back in there, and
it's still weird because like this is one of the few jobs I've had where like breaks you look forward to going back. Right. Actually, it's like, okay,
this is too long.
I need some energy right now. I need to get made fun of by a kid real quick.
Right.
My daughter's not doing enough. She's doing plenty making.
So Harrison, so we're starting a new year. Everybody, I mean, he's got a whole bunch of questions, but everybody starts out a new year with this idea of starting over, starting new, giving something, quitting something, blah, blah, all these things.
New year, new me.
The whiplash effect or the yo-yo effect of, you go to the gym at the first 2 weeks of the year and it's jam packed. And then the third week
clears up.
Then you're the only one in the gym still.
Good for you though.
So what's your word of the year then? How you starting it out?
Just stay disciplined. I don't like to make the big crazy new year, new me type things. If I'm not able to do it before the new year starts, like there's no way it's not a magic number as much as everyone wants it to be.
Right.
I'm just trying to learn more, try to keep reading books. I've gotten a little bit better at that. I'm just going to try to double down on that more.
And I like the old you. There doesn't need to be a new you.
Hey, even better. I don't have to do anything at all. It's not an easy year I got ahead of me.
You're all right, Harrison. It's like you said though. Like once it hits midnight, it's not like all of a sudden your work ethic is going to change. You're going to all of a sudden be like, I'm a bodybuilder now. I'm going to be like this. You have to put that work in yourself still.
Yeah, and it's going to take more than a week or two. You're going to have to actually be consistent and be in there probably at least 6 days a week if that's the goal.
What is it? The length to build a habit? It's like a month or something like that.
I'll say it's longer than that. I could be wrong. I thought it was like 3 months.
Yes, and that's the hard part. It's 90 days. Like do something for 90 days straight. I can't even do that. I can't even go to work 90 days straight.
You got the individuals who haven't been working out for how many days straight?
Yeah.
And then, 30 days working out straight sounds great, but it's like you also went years without doing it.
You got a lot to make up there.
Yeah, those old habits are ingrained deeply. It's tough to get out of them.
And then you remember how much running kind of isn't that fun sometimes. But anyway.
And it's okay to have goals.
Oh,
I don't want people to think that's not okay, but you can't be a whiplasher. You can't set this goal that you think that this is my year, I'm going to change it. Well, how have the last, in my case, 52 years gone, if that's been my goal every year, but nothing has changed?
Yeah. It's like we tell the kids, what work are you putting in towards that goal? If the goal is not just going to get accomplished, you have to actually
just because
do
it's
it.
a new year.
Yeah. I want to bench press 200 pounds. Okay. Well, you got to go bench press 100 pounds, 150 pounds, 175 pounds.
Let me give somebody just, an idea that might blow their mind. Instead of waiting for a new year to come, maybe start over the next day, because it's a new day.
New day resolutions.
So
that's just it. You gotta be okay with failing.
Exactly.
Like, you gotta be ready to not be great at whatever the new thing you're trying to do is. It takes time to build those habits.
Yeah.
And what does fail mean?
Yeah, Bill, you're on the spot.
Oh, new year.
New
Drew.
New year, same Drew. No, it's the same Drew.
First attempt in learning. First attempt in learning.
First attempt in learning, Harrison. You didn't know that? But it's kind of like we do say to the kids, though, like you're going to fail. And when you said that, it went to my brain, went to Meet the Robinsons. Have you ever seen that movie?
Of course.
The big thing in the movie is you failed. Great job. You don't learn from succeeding. You learn from failure. And like, if you fail, that means you can try again. When you succeed, you've already done it. It's such a cool message that they have in that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies. But anyways, back to the
got to shoot your shot.
Yeah. You got to keep pushing forward.
You can't make a basket if you're not shooting. Impossible. You can't make a hit if you're not swinging the bat. Impossible.
Yeah. So like how the kids kind of do the new year, it's not the same like we talked about last time. It's like they're still in that same year. It's not really a clean slate for them. It's a clean semester. Sometimes the behaviors are still going to like come over and the consequences carry over to the next semester. They probably should.
Which is weird to me because Michelle's like, wait, I think we have a kid coming in the new semester. I said, no, you can't do that. It's a new semester. Yep. And here we do. We have a kid that was there. I was like, that absolutely makes no sense to me.
We had a kid start this semester off suspended, and it's just like, okay, yeah. He's a great kid too, and he understood what he did and what he did was wrong, and like it's just funny like that incident happened almost a month ago.
Yeah,
we're still dealing with it.
But it's just strange to me that doesn't resonate as normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like it should be a break, and after that break, you come back and say, okay, what did we learn? How are we going to move forward? And let's go.
A part that bothered me a little bit about it is just, it's not our decision to make, but the kid had to know that coming back from break, he was going to be back in suspension program. You know what I mean? He didn't even get a chance to be like, oh, okay, I'm going back to the second semester. I'm going back to school. No matter what, my first day is back in school, I'm still suspended. So like, even if he's enjoying Christmas, in the back of his head, it's like,
and I'm glad we're there, and that's an opportunity for a young person.
Yeah.
And again, it just doesn't make sense in my mind.
And like you said, you're glad we're here because like that kid had fun and he enjoyed his time and he was not on some consequence and they're doing push-ups and breaking rocks with a hammer. You know what I mean? He was sitting there doing all the work.
I'm pretty sure I've seen kids do push-ups in that program.
I mean, that's just they make me mad sometimes. No, we have a push-up board in the ASP room, and sometimes I challenge kids to push-ups. It's not bad, guys. Okay. All right. So why does January though kind of feel heavier than August for some of our kids though?
To be honest with you, it's heavier for even adults because again, you're coming out of the holiday season, which is the largest depression and where people feel alone. And even when you're at home with family, you still feel a disconnect, and it's just a different time of year. And it's a time where you start looking around the table and seeing the people that you've lost over the years. So, a lot of times we talk about the celebrations and the good of it all. In reality, though, most people find a piece of depression, a piece that they attach to that they feel like, gosh darn it, I miss my mom, my dad, whatever it is that is in there, that it's just tough for everybody because, again, our kids, I think it makes it even harder because they're missing a piece of their family, and Lighthouse is a piece of their family. So then as you saw, we open our doors and boom, we have a whole bunch of kids there.
And
today is no exception. Yesterday was no
at
exception.
the beginning of the semester, we get the kids that come back again. Like it's almost like a whole new thing. Like
Yep.
some of the kids kind of teeter off towards the end of the semester sometimes, but the beginning of the semester is just like everybody's back.
But some of that is because they don't want to face the consequence of us saying, you know, where are you at on your grades? Where are you at on your goals? And
how was school?
You know, they know that it's probably too late for them to reel it back in. So then to them, it's easier to avoid. And then they come back and
Right now, it's easy to ask how school is good. I got straight A's right now.
or I don't know, I got a 0 in the class because he hasn't graded anything yet.
Now, we call it like the reset, but why is that kind of misleading? Because we're not necessarily, like we said, you're not resetting. Some of that stuff is still going to transition, come over. And like in life, there's never a reset.
Correct.
Everything that happened to me when I was 15 is still part of me going into 35 and stuff. So like, how is the word reset kind of not?
It's because people are using that just as an easy button, right?
Yeah.
So we're going into a new year, a new semester. So we're going to start with an empty or clean slate. That's not exactly true. You know, part of it is that I think that they're trying to use those words because it's easier than getting into a longer conversation of, you know, what are the things really, I don't know if you saw my Facebook, but I put a reflection back about the last year and what I've learned and what I'm hoping to then have as a mindset moving forward into a new year as a celebration of what I learned over the last year, rather than just starting with a clean slate. So then what am I going to do moving forward? Or what am I giving up? You know? Those type of things are strange to me at this point in my age and experience, that I think you need to reflect back upon things, and both positive and negative things that have happened.
Because you can't pretend it didn't happen.
Correct.
Like you can't, that means you didn't learn from it. That means you didn't, even if it's a good thing or a bad thing, like the things that happened, you have to move forward. That's what I like with the reset. There's, like I said, there's never a time in your life where there's ever going to be a blank slate.
Right. And then reset means that you can erase everything that happened. And to be honest, I don't want to erase anything that happened because even the bad stuff sticks with me, so then I can reflect upon what am I going to move forward and do differently in the future.
It kind of makes me think when like we have the kids in the classrooms and they get sent out of the class and they have to do the OCMs and the ICMs. And sometimes the staff will
you better say what those are.
OCM means out of class movement. So a kid gets an ICM, which is the in class movement. So the kid will get sent to like the safe seat in the corner of the classroom. And if he still misbehaves,
and we're not talking about bowel movements, we're talking about them moving.
And if the kid's still misbehaving in the safe seat, the teacher will give him a little slip, and then they'll send him to a different classroom to go sit in their safe seat. And then when they're ready, they'll come meet with that teacher again, and they'll process. They call it processing, and they'll talk about why it happened, what's going to happen next time, and why it can't happen again. But sometimes when we're processing, we'll say words like you said, like reset. Can we just go back there and reset? And the kid will be like, yeah, let's reset, pretend like this never happened. And that's obviously exactly that's putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Like it's great. He doesn't want the thing to happen, but that means he's going to do it again. She's going to do it again. They're not going to learn from it.
But that's the point about restorative. If we're talking about real, is, you know, what was the expectation? Did you meet that expectation? How can we move you towards that expectation? Those type of things are a lot different than let's hit a reset button because I don't like your behavior and I don't want to deal with it right now.
And my favorite part of the restorative process is the recollection of it. And like we reprocess, where did this actually start? Because it didn't just start when you did the incident. It started 4 hours earlier when you missed breakfast, or it started
drop my bowl of Wheaties on the floor.
Mom or daddy yelled at me this morning, and now I'm coming to school kind of amped up. So like that's to me the best part.
I didn't get my tab in the mail. Tab is in the soft drink tab. You guys know what that is, right?
No, I'm blanking.
I'm young, man. I'm like 20.
Was that like an old drink?
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get it anymore.
I'm like young, man. We're young here. I got overalls on. I'm young.
Yeah, you do. Those are some fly overalls. You gotta.
Those are nice. The Lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Shout out
Carhartt.
Are those available? Merch. Like, if I go to, do you have like a merch website and I go get some Lighthouse overalls? Those are nice.
However, wouldn't that be kind of cool?
These are one of a kind. You can't fill these overalls. I'm just playing here, secret. No, but we had the big Lighthouse merch drop today, which was pretty fun. Yeah. So the staff kind of got their Christmas presents. We had hats, backpacks, stocking caps.
So they get points based upon years of service and what they give to United Way as bonus points. And then they can use those points to purchase merchandise that is Lighthouse swag.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Because our kids wear the Lighthouse swag and, you know, that they get. And they can earn
I think I've talked to you guys. It's like, it's one to wear with a little bit of pride.
It's the best thing in the world when we go visit a school and like we just see a kid at school and they might not even been at Lighthouse in a few days and they're wearing a Lighthouse hoodie. It's like, dude, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's me,
I love it. You walk down the street
Mm-hmm.
or the mall, anywhere, you're going to see somebody wearing Lighthouse gear.
I think the best one was when you see like Lincoln High post Facebook photos of like our seniors or our econ team 1 and they're wearing Lighthouse hoodies and it's like, yeah, that's our econ team. That's all. I love them. We love our kids.
See, Lincoln High is known for, links and job well done and all that stuff. Well, Lighthouse is just as deep.
Yeah.
If you look across, I met with the Department of Labor and she asked me, do you have people in every industry? And I said, well, I mean, we've been serving a lot of kids for a lot of years. So you're talking at this point, tens of thousands of kids that we've served in the 35 years.
You can find somebody somewhere that recognizes it or that's been affected by it or something, or knows Pete or knows you, or just can be like, oh my God, you work at Lighthouse. That's just one of the best feelings for me when I hear that.
Most of the time it's, Bill, you still work at Lighthouse?
You work with Bill Michigan? Now, what is kind of like something that you could maybe give advice to kids who are struggling a little bit earlier in the semester, or maybe even to some of the parents who are like, how do I get my kid back on track for this next semester?
You got to connect them early, connect them to people that are going to build them up and believe in them and give that kindness, because it goes off rails so quickly and it just takes one moment. And if they don't have somebody that they feel like they can go to and talk about it and get built up, they're off the rails for a long time.
That has been so prevalent in my life lately, what we talk about restorative all the time with the pre-work.
Yep.
And how easy life can be if the work is done ahead of time. If like you're not sitting there reacting to everything that's happening and you already have a plan, like, oh, I did the work here, my son or daughter knows they can come talk to me, I don't got to sit there and pry and get into it. It just becomes so easy. Like my example is always for ASP. I made all those spreadsheets this summer.
Yep.
I took months and months and months and made spreadsheets. You need a spreadsheet? I'll make you a spreadsheet, Harrison. I took months and months and made 1 million of them. And I was like, this is not even gonna be worth it. This is just a waste of time. And I can't tell you how many times those spreadsheets have had a piece of data that was like, oh, this kid needs this. Oh, the teachers need this. And it's that pre-work that helps so much.
Well, we got this one. So I want to get to this before we get too far away from it. Off of YouTube, we got the Go Big Red Captain. He says, love the way you're thinking, Drew. My daughter is attending UNL and is going to be an elementary teacher. I tell her about what you just said about kids and what their mornings could have been before school.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. Great. We'd always talk to your daughter. Keep teaching them lessons.
We weren't getting off that subject, by the way.
Oh, well, I just want to cut you off for the fun of it. No, go ahead.
Because to me, the parents, the hardest thing for adults or anybody to do is ask for help. And when I'm shouting out to parents is ask for help. It's a part of what we need in this world, and it takes it back to the old adage of it takes a village. And Lighthouse is one of those groups that you can have your kids come to, and we will love on them and help them through whatever is there and support the parents to make for sure that we're all trying to help the kids push along. That's the biggest thing, though. Ask for help.
And
look for help.
One thing that Lighthouse does that we kind of don't talk about that much. We talk about this a lot, but if we're not going to be the resource to help, we know the resource that will help.
Right.
If we're not going to be the right place for you, we'll send you to the Hope Spokes, the Malone Centers, everything around the city, because that's the best part. We talk about it almost every episode. Lincoln's nonprofit community is a family. Like nobody's competing. We're trying to help everybody. So like if Lighthouse isn't going to help you, we're going to send you to the right spot.
Right. Yeah. And we've had some nonprofits on here to kind of share their stories and what they do and why we collaborate so well.
Yeah.
It is an important aspect of our community, and it does create a brighter, kinder community of the nonprofit work that is being done here.
We kind of mentioned earlier how the consistency in that and just being able to constantly kind of be there, and you don't have to, every day doesn't have to be a big win, but every day needs to be at least a game. You at least played it. You at least were there participating.
Yeah.
And
you got to show up.
Yeah.
You got to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And no matter what it looks like, if you don't have the energy to give 100%, don't give 100%, but don't give zero either.
Yeah.
Don't give up. You got to just be a part of something.
What's that Ron Swanson quote? Don't half but one thing, full but two things, or something like that.
I couldn't tell you exactly what it is.
Man, I didn't want to.
I haven't watched that classic movie in a while, but
it's like don't
half donkey something.
Yes.
Yeah, there you
go. Full donkey,
we're around the bush somewhere. We got it.
Now, okay. One more question, kind of about this. What are we looking for when we see that growth though in this next semester? because it's not always necessarily the grades. And
It's individual though. It's
Yeah.
100% dependent upon who's sitting in front of us, because the growth could be that they went to school twice this week.
100%.
I mean, it doesn't, we have to meet them where they're at. So it could be that they woke up 5 minutes late instead of an hour late. And so they missed their first semester or first class instead of first 3 class. So we have to look and see how can we incrementally start walking forward, no matter how little the baby step might be. But that's really what it's about, is trying to get people to move instead of stand still.
And sometimes, like you said, those baby steps are the most like glaring, because we have some kids, like I can think of one just today. He was so shy, and now like just because, I'm not trying to say just because of Lighthouse, but a lot because of Lighthouse, like he's walking up to staff and saying, "Hey, how's it going? How are you doing?" And like this kid was like, I'm kind of forced to be here. I don't want to talk to anybody. But now he's coming every day. He signed up for the talent show, and it's just like the baby steps of walking up and having a conversation with somebody.
You got him to do the talent show?
Yeah.
That says a lot. The kid that's, too cool ends up doing the
he's gonna
talent
do
show.
art
So that's
at
awesome.
the talent show. Art. I don't know what he's going to do.
Shout out to that, man.
Hey,
That's cool.
well, I'm not too concerned, but I am concerned because we need to get to break off of this
man, I wanna
first
keep
segment.
talking.
So we'll be back.
Sorry.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team, or check us out at coppellcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, for brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Here we go for round 2.
That's cheerful music. I always love it.
Wait a minute. What has 3 rounds to it? Is it like UFC or?
Yeah, not
like,
not in championship fights.
Yeah, so
non-championship fights.
So we're UFC non-championship fights here. 3 rounds
or 3 periods of hockey.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm a champion, so it's always a championship fight. So what does January through May kind of look like for Lighthouse?
Smooth transition.
Smooth? Was that good?
January through May. Well, I mean, you know, it's back to business and helping kids start looking at their goals again, see if you have to reevaluate and change some things and tweak some things. And it depends on if they're going to be graduating, because then what are we looking forward to after that? Are we looking for a job? Are we looking to go into a trade? Are we looking to go to college? Trying to prepare them for their futures too.
And Jeremy was working pretty hard today. That trades, that's when it's kind of starting to steam up a little bit this second semester, I feel like.
Oh yeah, he's getting ready to bump it up again.
So you parents out there, you want your kids involved in any trades or any of the electrician construction work, not health. I think we're trying to get maybe even a tattoo thing going in sometime soon. So next year we're going to be probably.
Don't know. We'll have to look at that. I have to look at the ins and outs and stuff. Yep.
We'll just do free ones, you know. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I always have to look and see how that's going to work out when we're looking at whatever trade that we're looking to get into and whatever partners we have. And part of it's also the partner needs to exude Lighthouse values and put the right context out there. So we're not putting Lighthouse or any of the kids at jeopardy or any of that stuff. So, and
it's been pretty cool, like you said in the first segment, how we have now connections just all over the city, and there's like Lighthouse youth who own companies, who own things. Right now, like, can I come back and teach tip stuff? And it's been really cool. Like Sandy came back and did what?
Franz.
Yep.
Franz is gonna I hornswoggled him in to be a part of TIP. So at some point he'll be a part of that. He started
Hornswoggled?
Hornswoggled.
Good wrestler.
You've never heard of that?
No, that's the first time.
Jeez.
The WWE wrestler.
Harrison. He's going to be Googling it later. He's going to be like, what is this?
Look at this old guy.
Remember,
over
old
here.
guy. Old.
That's young bucks over here.
I mean, we put two of you together in age, you almost reach mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to ask you on there.
He's like 70.
I'm 52.
Oh, okay.
I said that earlier. I'm proud of my age. Feel like I'm in good shape and get out there and can keep up with a lot of the youngins. So
he's my boss.
Does the slang ever get overwhelming? I feel like I'd get lost with the slang.
Dude.
And I'm not that old.
It does. But
slang,
yeah.
100%. They change it.
But you gotta just overpower them with it so it gets not cool.
You just hit them with a hornswoggle and throw them
exactly,
off.
Exactly. You know, LOL back in my day when it first came out was not laugh out loud. It was lots of love.
Oh, okay.
So it's funny how people change through time stuff, and it's just funny.
My favorite one is the girls these days, that little whatever this is, little clock it or whatever with their fingers, and I always go like this now to them, and they say,
that's why they clock it. That's
yeah,
what that means?
they go clock it or whatever T or something.
This
like
is
that.
like chirping.
I do this.
Yeah, you're
they
chirping.
like
That's the unit. I think everyone gets that
Yeah,
one.
they don't like this one. They like this one.
Huh.
I'm not cool. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm a dad.
Clearly, I'm
My
not
daughter
cool.
told me I'm not a cool dad, I'm an embarrassing dad today, so it's all good. But speaking of embarrassing dads, why does relationships matter more than consequences in January?
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's January, February, March, April, May, June, or July, or August, September, October, November, December.
Yeah.
Relationships matter all the time because you can't have consequences without a relationship because there's no value there. You can give blind consequences to anybody, but if they're not going to accept it as a part of something they may have done wrong or a mistake they have made, there's no point. The consequence doesn't matter.
Yeah.
However, if a consequence and a relationship exist together, oh boy, it's heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why we see young people that come up that made a mistake, did some poor behaviors, poor choices at Lighthouse, come up the next time they're available to come up with their head low. Is the relationship. It had nothing to do with them getting kicked out. It has to do with the embarrassment of whatever that relationship is. I can't, Bill, I'm so sorry that and I'm like, what are you sorry about?
Yeah.
And how can we do that differently next time?
We talked about that before. Like that's sometimes the better the best consequence is them being upset with themselves. You don't even got to give them an actual physical consequence.
That's that shame that we've talked about before.
It can be a useful thing. It's not always a bad thing, because if you feel ashamed, that means at least you care about something.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's the powerful motivator in it all.
One thing I kind of wanted to get to, because I feel like it's really important to distinguish the difference between consistency and relationships, because you can be consistently in somebody's life and it still not be the relationship that is what they need.
Well, that's because it's surface level.
Yes.
So it means you're showing up, but you're not drilling down.
Yeah.
And
100%.
it's the same with restorative. I mean, if you're saying you're doing restorative, but you're only doing consequences over a symptom, something that you see, rather than working with them to find out what is causing them to have these behaviors, because most of the time has nothing to do with what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So that's all surface stuff. So consistency, you can be consistent and have no depth. So the whole point of a relationship is to have depth, which then if you're consistent and have depth, boy, you can move mountains. I mean, they literally run through walls for you.
They do. I think that's kind of why teachers are such a powerful position, because that's like a consistent adult they're seeing. And when that relationship is positive,
if a teacher chooses to build those relationships in a positive way,
because if it's a positive one, it is so much more powerful than anything else. But if it's a negative one, also, it can just like completely shut that kid down from something that he might love,
and shut that young person down from even wanting to be a part of school, because you equate somebody that you might have thought you were closer to. And so if you harm that relationship, it goes across the board, because you're supposed to be a trusted adult. So if you break that trust with a kid, it goes across the board.
Yeah. There's this story I read, or is a story. It was a finding, and it was a study, and they're talking about how kids with ADHD, a lot of the times they fear going to school because they know that they usually get in trouble for having ADHD, not for having it, but for the symptoms of it, for the excitement, the hyperactiveness. So like they know that hey, I'm going to school. Even if they like it, I'm going to get in trouble. So that anxiety builds before they even get into the door and they can't even be themselves. Where like most other kids who might not even have that thought can just go into school and just not worry about, hey, I can be myself here. I can be quiet. I can just sit and chill. But the kid with the ADHD, he's there thinking, if I act like myself, they're going to tell me to calm down. They're going to tell me to be
and many
quiet.
other diagnoses, you're not
For
wrong.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, those diagnoses make it a lot harder for them to navigate what a typical relationship could look like.
Yeah.
And that's what I can remember when I was doing the restorative training the last time. The easy button, the relationships you build that are easy are not the ones you should be focusing a lot of time on. They're there. I'm not saying you dismiss them, because obviously, but it's easy. Like you can go up and you don't have to maintain it as much as the young person that has all these mental health issues or diagnoses. You got to drill down. You got to be consistent. You got to show love, even when they're basically telling you to, you know what?
It goes back to even coaching, like in sports too, because like some of the most troubled players are the ones you need to make sure you're focusing on at the same time. But then you also can't forget about the players who
absolutely not
don't need you to be babying them, but you still got to make sure they know
check
that you're
in
there.
and love them and do that stuff. I'm just saying that I intentionally want people to walk towards the harder relationships because they need somebody in their life to believe in them in that way. They haven't felt it. Once you make that breakthrough, ooh, that kid changes.
It's the most
like their
rewarding
soul changes.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. We get to see this so many times in our careers that you make that breakthrough with that young person and they're a different person.
Yeah.
They go from being one of the most troubled young people in school at Lighthouse with parents, with us as adults, to then all of a sudden being one of the most actively engaged rule followers. It's not that they don't make mistakes, but man, that shift is so powerful to see.
Me and Billy were kind of talking about that the other day. Billy from our work, other Bill, Billy, other Bill.
Billy.
We were just talking about how we both were the restorative directors for a little bit, and we had the same kind of strengths. We're both very much like empathy and very relationship based, and we wanted these kids to get we wanted that breakthrough to happen too fast. Like we want to give that speech, and then we see oh, they're about to be a millionaire now. Oh, this kid is a genius now. This was the moment. But like a lot of times that moment takes months and months and months. And what do you say to people like me and Billy who are like, we need that faster? Like, you just got to be patient.
Well, Billy's actually shifted it in that. So he actually has shifted. And part of it was he wanted to speed them along to the outcome that he wanted.
Yeah.
Rather than going through the process itself. And the young person will never learn if you speed it along. You have to let them go at their pace. You have to meet them where they're at. And it has nothing to do with anything other than what are they ready for and how can they move forward with it.
Yeah.
And so meeting with them where they're at and letting go of what our expectation is on how to move them forward and to give them a little grace, because again, they're thinking, just another thing that I have to go through. There's no point in it. But if you slow down and have them be a part of it for real, then all of a sudden they're like, I appreciate this. It's like kids that are scared to go up when Pete's doing the interviews with the volunteers. Oh, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to be put on the spot. And then all of a sudden they go up and love it so much because they were part of a process.
Yeah.
To then, can I do that again?
It's not you doing it to them. It's them
correct.
Doing it. It's the
and
with.
You're being a part of it. Yeah.
It's the most important word we say in restoratives: with, doing things with each other, not to.
That really is the difference, though. Is really slowing down and just having the process work.
Yeah. We had a student today in ASB, and he's doing great. He's going back to school tomorrow, and comes from a great family, goes to a great school, obviously LPS, but like sometimes you forget that they're here for a suspension reason, that they did something wrong. The kid is behaving great, but you forget that you have to go through the lesson of, oh, this kid actually did say something inappropriate.
Yeah, it's checking in. Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, he's fine. You have to like, hey man, I know
what
you
a great
seem
kid.
fine.
All of our kids are great. They're making mistakes, and it's about how do we talk about those choices and how do we do it differently in the future? What is going to help you do it differently in the future?
Yeah, I think one thing our staff is really good at is knowing that the speech to each kid is going to be different.
Oh.
How this kid takes it is going to be way different than this kid, and it's never going to be the
And
same.
and how do they know that though? By building deeper relationships. I mean, we know our kids.
Yeah.
It's like as a parent, you know your kid, you know, even when they're an infant, you know their cries, you know what that's all about and what they need. It's no different than our teenage kids that come to Lighthouse. There are kids too. You know, I'm not disrespecting or dismissing their parents in their life, but we get to know them. We love them. They're a part of our organization or part of our family because we want to help. We want to see them have a better future, whatever that looks like in their lenses.
And I'm not even arguing with you on this. I don't think the parents at all disagree at all with that, because even when we give the tours, I always have the same little spiel. I would say, now, do you think good old Uncle Drew's going to let you play video games when you're suspended? And every parent just thinks that's the funniest thing in the world. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Uncle Drew's not going to let you do this. And they just think that like they immediately realize that this is a family. They're still kind of a strict family, but they're having fun at the same time.
Yep. We have rules.
Yes.
And if we can live within those rules, we're going to have a lot of good
And the best part is the rules are there for a reason. Like they're for safety reasons. They're not just there for just to not have fun.
Right. Or to throw the parent thing in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to flex on you.
The sign was made for a reason.
Right. So I think Harrison's ready for his ball back, isn't he?
Yeah.
I got to throw you the ball,
stop
Harrison.
yapping,
Let's
Harrison.
get. Let's
We'll go
on
to break.
a
Don't go anywhere.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate. Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Change begins with you. Join a weight loss medication study at Solarion and earn cash in the process. If you are 19 to 65 years old with excess weight to lose, you may qualify. Participants could earn up to $22,750 for their time. Study includes 1 2-night stay, 1 3-night stay, and 38 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/flamingo or call 866-213-2965. Weight loss not guaranteed.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, the light breeze, and very warm temps. The afternoon high near 64. Tonight, increasing cloud cover and light winds, below around 37. And tomorrow, rain likely throughout the day, be breezy and cool, the high near 42. I'm meteorologist Kyle Lecter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. You know, Drew, we're asking all these sports-related questions to our guy, and he's like, I don't know the answer to that question.
That's the first non-answer I've ever gotten from Harrison.
I know, it's wild.
Well, we'll see if I was right here.
Did you ever see this the show Stump the Schwab, Harrison?
Yes.
Growing up. You know
Oh yeah.
It was like ESPN's
I
Jeopardy.
loved those. Those were great. That was
trivia.
a great
ESPN's
show.
Statistician was like an expert, and they'd have contestants like go against him.
He was great.
Would always win. Like,
I missed that.
Yeah,
that was a great one.
That man was like a encyclopedia because he would know the year. He would
No,
know.
he was almost like the first computer.
Yeah,
like that guy.
He was like, what year did this? It's like 1926. It's like, oh my god, bro. Get out of here. That was a great show. They should bring that back. That's cool.
Incredible. I just Bradley University.
Bradley.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For 3 years.
I thought
Bradley.
Rink
Yeah.
Mast, Bradley University. Shout out Rink.
Out of the Netherlands, but then Bradley for I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
And then what a player.
7 year senior. So quite a few years in there.
He's getting his doctorate. It's okay.
I hope so.
So we're in our last segment. We always kind of do the rapid fire questions. I got a few. These are kind of just fun. They're not fun. They're also fun. They're just whatever, What would be one word to describe the start of second semester? Reset. Just joking.
Oh my god. Easy button. Oh. I got to use the word that I used on Facebook, intentional.
I was literally thinking that exact same word.
Yeah.
I forget who it was that besides you, somebody else had that as their resolution was they wanted to be intentional this year. And I remember being like, that's 2 in a row. I love it.
I mean, but restorative is about being intentional. So that to me, it just resonates that the more we can be intentional with our thoughts, actions, feelings, all the stuff, it's going to be better.
And I'm going to say for mine is a version of that present. Be
Yep.
present and not be on my phone, not be thinking about stuff that could happen or couldn't happen
computer.
and all that on my computer, on my computers. And I just want to be in the moment.
Yeah.
That is one thing I do think I've got a lot better at in the last few months is just like being appreciative of what's going on.
That's good for your brain anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest,
For sure.
slow down,
Specifically my brain.
unplug.
Mhm.
Yep.
And my dad is one person I always quote all the time, but he's always said boredom is safe. And I just have kind of been accepting that more the older I get. Like if you're bored, that means at least you're just like nothing bad can happen. You're chilling. And sometimes being bored, you can take a nap, right? Right, Harrison?
Yeah, I don't know why, but we got to a point where being bored is like a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't think that is bad at all.
No, it's better than, that's when the devil will get you and do stuff you shouldn't be doing if you're a Catholic person like me. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's okay to just settle down.
I can't even remember a time I used the word that I was bored. I really can't remember the last time I used the word I was bored.
Complacency. To be calm and being complacent. If you don't got to run everywhere around, that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough for me. I'm a huge extrovert, so I need to be around
You
people.
fidget a lot?
Huh?
You fidget like when you got nothing to do?
So yeah, usually with my legs.
You can't just like sit down and watch a movie though?
I can.
Okay.
Oh,
so there you go.
There's times where I want to unplug too and not want to be around people.
Right.
It's very rare.
Bill is never unplugged. He ain't never unplugged. What's one thing that parents should kind of stop saying this semester?
Boy, there's a lot of things parents should not say to their kids.
6, 7. We can just be done with that.
Oh, good Lord.
I'd imagine that's been a little bit of a ear bleed every now and then when someone mentions it.
That's just annoying.
But now it's the adults doing it to the kids. You know what I mean?
Which is crazy.
It's the adults being like, 6, 7, right? And the kid's like, stop. And it's switched now.
I guess that's the counterbalance, though. You got to make it uncool. So the parents got to kill it.
I just say that I just want, instead of saying something for somebody to stop, because it's very negative, I'd rather have parents to be just more positive. Look for something more positive in it. Even if they don't meet your expectation, look for what's positive in that.
Mm-hmm. I think one thing that's kind of maybe in my brain lately with ASP is a lot of parents don't understand that this is going to sound kind of extreme. Their kid is not the only kid in the world. So that their kid's issue might be the biggest issue in their house right now. This kid has got a C in math, but it's like, okay, we have other kids who are like, your kid is doing fine. He's a great student. He needs to hear that every once in a while.
And maybe that C in math is actually an A in math to that student because they don't connect to math.
Yeah.
Not everybody's good at math. Not everybody's good at
me.
most subjects. So it's one of those things where instead of expecting that if you're a good student that they should have all A's, again, rather than worrying about the grade, maybe it's more about the effort than the grade. If they're putting the effort in, don't worry. They got it.
One thing I do want to let all the parents know if they're listening to this is only good parents question if they're good parents.
But, I mean, that's probably true, but I don't know if I'd put only because that's,
Hey, I'm saying only.
That's one of those things.
Mark it down, Harrison.
But I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I hope you're starting off well. And remember, be a beacon for somebody.
Change begins with you.